A woman's throat slashed in the shadows of Hyde Park, a bloodied man whispering that she was teasing him, and a horror film that may have driven him to madness. This isn't fiction. This is the real-life murder that blurred the line. Between cinema and psychosis, Julia Mangan was just 21, a bright, soft-spoken Irish housemaid who had moved to London in search of work, freedom, and perhaps love. She worked hard, lived modestly, and like many young women of her time, dreamed of something bigger than what her simple domestic life offered. But no one could have predicted that her life would end in such unspeakable terror. October 23rd, 1928. Hyde Park. A constable on patrol stumbles across a horrifying scene. Lying on the ground is Julia Mangan, lifeless, her throat gruesomely slashed. Just feet away, a man bleeds from his own neck, barely alive, gasping. That man is Robert Williams, a Welsh carpenter, 28 years old, Julia's lover of just 1 month. As officers arrive, he mutters a chilling confession: "I did it. She was teasing me." To the police, it seemed open and shut, a murder-suicide gone wrong. But motive was unclear. Julia had no known enemies. The couple had met just weeks earlier. By all accounts, Robert was quiet, mild-mannered. But something had clearly snapped. He claimed voices, visions, a man pulling strange faces. The truth was far stranger than anyone expected. Some believed Julia was seeing another man. Others whispered about Robert's epilepsy or a possible head injury from childhood. But none of these explained what Robert said next. He described seeing a terrifying figure, wide eyes, sharp teeth, pale skin, in a top hat. He pointed to a film poster in the police station. It was Lon Chaney's character from the 1927 horror film London After Midnight. Psychiatrists testified that Robert suffered from epileptic automatism, a rare seizure state where a person acts without consciousness. They claimed the horror film triggered a psychotic episode. The courtroom buzzed. Reporters dubbed it the horror movie murder. In January 1929, the jury returned a verdict. Guilty. Robert was sentenced to hang, but just days before his execution, the Home Secretary intervened, declaring him criminally insane. He was sent to Broadmoor Asylum. Indefinitely. He would never be free again. But the public remained divided. Was he mad or just monstrous? The film, London After Midnight, was lost in a fire in 1967. No full copy exists today, but its shadow lives on, not just in horror history, but in the tragic murder of Julia Mangan, a life cut short, not by a monster on screen, but by the monster. In someone's mind, a final question lingers. Was Robert Williams truly haunted, or simply hiding behind the mask of madness?